No way, Nigerians are not playing, no. It looks like this man's Instagram account has been taken down. So somebody made a comment on one of the blogs and said that people should go to visit his page and greet him. So I said, let me click and check. I wanted to see what is even on the man's page. So the last post on that man's page was a picture of him at an event on the red carpet. And by the time I got there, Nigerians were already there. People were already commenting. So many comments, like 2,000 comments, calling him out, dragging him.
This stupid man, he did part of our problem today. This idiot, where dey my screen. God will punish you with that rubbish where you go ref today. That rubbish where you ref. That officiating, that useless officiating where you do. We go jam. We don't go find your page. We go still jam.
Nigerians have finally taken down Ghanaian referees' Instagram page, guys. Hey, hey! What Nigerians cannot do does not exist, guys. This is unbelievable. Hey! The heart of a man is desperately wicked. So Nigerians can go this far, taking down this man's page? Like, I do not understand. What did he do wrong? Huh? What did he do wrong to you guys? Now, wow. With me here, I have videos of people talking about it. So just for clarity, let's jump right into it. But before we watch, I would love to give a shout out to my returning subscribers. Thank you so much for always clicking in. And if you're new here, my name is Delphina. I'm super excited to have you here. Please don't make it your last by subscribing to the channel, like this video and share the video. Also do it to press the notification bell to get notified whenever I drop another one, guys. Let's dive into it.
Then I went away. Later I went to check again. I wanted to get the picture. And this is what it's showing me. The page no longer exists. It's like Nigerians have gone there to report the man's page. What? Now, on the surface, you might think that this man is innocent. But what people are saying is that, how is it possible that Nigeria will get a yellow card, even though Morocco played very rough from the beginning to the end, yet they were not served any card? That's why Nigerians are angry. They feel like it was being biased. The truth is that this man should have been careful from the beginning. He must have seen the stories flying around before the match, and he should have known that, okay, if I'm going to officiate this match, I should make sure I balance everything so there won't be a rule for anyone to doubt my neutrality in the game. Unfortunately, it's like he's going to have a long week, like I said. Nigerians are going to be on his neck.
This isn't a joke, and I think it should be taken serious. Yes, they have to draw their ears. They should draw Nigerians' ears, because I do not see the reason why they should be behaving this way. This man went to Morocco. He tried his best. I mean, he did his best. That is what he is known for. And he delivered well. So why are you guys threatening him? For all I'm concerned, this is a threat, okay? You guys should stop it. Accept your defeat. Go back and try again next time. Well, I know you guys will be wondering the set of people that did this to the Ghanaian referee. I have videos of them. Yes, I believe they are one of those people, if not one, two, or three of them are part of those clique of Nigerians that reported his page, guys. Let's take a look at how bitter they are, insulting the Ghanaian referee, guys. Let's take a look at the video, and please, at the end of it, kindly drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let's watch.
And for you, Ghanaian stroke Morocco ref, make I see how God no go punish you with that rubbish when you ref today. Now, Kafebasi go miss next match. Today, now only Kafebasi play better match, and you make sure you give him a yellow card. God go punish you. See, Ghana, if World Cup don't start, may now no just post anything, or may now they off in the comment section. I don't go find your own page. I no go post that here. I go only post your picture. See trouser like person we like seeing a rapper with a tie for see his shoe. This stupid old man with that rubbish, he give us 2 yellow cards. Morocco no collect 1 yellow card like this all this match. Not even 1 yellow card. See that tackle against Osai. Not even 1 yellow card. God will punish you. Me I talk and I say that Ghana they say they ain't go ref this match, and I be how now South African go dead there. I know say there will be issue. Yes, we no really play anything, but this stupid man, he did part of our problem today. This idiot where dey my screen, God will punish you with that rubbish where you go ref today. That rubbish where you ref. That officiating, that useless officiating where you do. See he knows. No wala. We go jam. We go still jam. We don't go find your page, but no go.
This ref is a joke. We saw it coming. We saw it. How can you give a Nigerian match a Ghanaian referee? We saw it coming. How could NFF accept this? Will Morocco accept an Egyptian or an Algerian or another North African ref? We saw it coming, we complained. Every 50-50, every single 50-50 is in Morocco's favor. You cannot even challenge for anything in this match. It's in their favor. Make the match fair. Now the boys are scared to challenge. You want to give Bassi a yellow card in the first half. You see the one at the corner flag. Osayi, how was that not a foul? Ezazui, they blew the whistle against him. He shot the ball away. How doesn't he get a yellow card for that? The other one that they gave as a throw into Morocco, Onyemechi, how was that ball out? The players are confused. You saw him be fall on his knees when another decision went against them. How? Yes, we have not played to our best. We are missing the day, I agree. But make the game fair. Stop this robbery. We complain and it is happening in front of our eyes. We are missing Ndidi. We need Ndidi. This midfield, I said it with my preview. I said everything that's happening today, I said it in my preview. The only way we can win this game is in the midfield. It's won and lost in the midfield. Eric Shell, before the game, you said that you would try and pack the balls and be play low block. I thought you were joking, and you came here and did it. Step out and play. Akko Adams is having a poor game. I love him so much, but today he's having a poor game. He should have been substituted. It's good that I took Onyedika off. It just looks like the occasion is too big for him. He's a very, very good player, but today he didn't have his game. We needed a senior man like Ndidi in that midfield. Calvin Bassey, I love you. Onyemechi, I love you. Calvin Bassey, oh my goodness. It's not for you. It's not for you. We just need to see. It's like, it looks like we can only score on the counter attack. We need to make more of our chances. We need that individual quality. We need one moment of individual brilliance, honestly, because I don't want to go to penalties. I do not want to go to penalties. Please. Please. And this referee, do better. Do better.
Ghana. I can never forgive Ghana in my life, man. I can never forgive that Ghana referee in my life. I knew it all along. I can never forgive Ghana referee in my life, man. What a disgraceful referee. What a disgraceful referee. I can never forgive Ghana in my life, man.
This is the worst referee I've seen in my life. Referee, I don't even know your name. Kwese, just go and wear Morocco jersey now. Just change your name to maybe Akimis. Just change your name. Because what the fuck are you blowing? See, Morocco, you are not winning any finals. Normally, Morocco no suppose dey Africa. Morocco no suppose dey Africa. Now Spain we play today. See Morocco, see Spain. Now Spain we play today. Part of Spain, them brother. Nigeria suppose dey World Cup the way we take play Spain today. I was Spain ta. I have Morocco. I'm not going to be Morocco. Nda I have Africa. You want to go? Hi. Chineke. As a Chelsea fan and Nigerian. Okay, you can just see Kote Bikoni.
Waiting I talk for year, he drop, abi he no drop.
Hey.
Every prediction I made over here, he drop, abi he no drop.
Hey.
Bro, see, you people, you are my brothers. I've seen it already, and I told you people. I said it in the video. You can go and watch the video again for reference. You needed just one goal in the first half because me, I've seen it already. That in this game, there's no goal happening. I've seen it already, and I told you people, you need just one goal in the first half, and you are good to go.
You don't know.
Because there's no goal. I told you, if this game goes beyond 90 minutes, there's no way Nigeria is winning.
I'm telling you.
No matter how good you play, there's no way you are winning after 90 minutes. Waiting I talk, he drop, abi he not drop.
Look at my face.
Bro, he dey pay me wa. He dey pay me wa. Because, bro, for the first time, I watched Nigeria and I was proud. I no go lie you. For the first time, I watched Nigeria play and I was really proud.
Hey.
Looking at how these people were playing against the host nation. And it felt like they were hosting the people. And when I referee to, you know, do anything bad against you people. In fact, a penalty could have happened. By save you people. All these things where we do, still, you people no win.
You get it?
Oh, that thing pay me. What be the guy name? Chukwu Eze say why, bro? say Morocco they go final again.
This message is for Nigerians. I know 1 year Bruno played the penalty go through with it won't be no play with the pass no do this one the pass no do that one. Those guys tried. Those guys played their heart out on that pitch today. They gave it their all. At least we are still in the match. We are still going to play against Egypt for the bronze medal. So instead of us bashing them and insulting them, all I want us to do is gather together and praise those guys, because all they've been praised, they've been doing well. Today was not our day. It wasn't our day. And even despite that, Morocco said feel for body say them play one country today. So even the game was not easy for Morocco. It just wasn't our day today. And all in all, we are grateful to God for how far we have come. So I know any country can drag us, so I don't care. But those guys, in fact, respect to Bruno, to Bassi, to Chukwueze, to Osimhen, to Moses Simon, to Ademola Lookman, all of them. In fact, the respect I have for them now, top notch. So I don't want to hear this person now, because the person they do vlog, they just anybody.
Morocco, you have the mind to knock us out in the penalty shootout. It shall never be well with you.
Those 45 minutes versus Morocco in the first half has been the most I've seen us being outplayed at AFCON 2025. Morocco has been the better team so far. We have looked like a shadow of ourselves. We can't even break their mid-block at all. They are maintaining a mid-block, and once you reach that mid halfway line, or you try to enter their halfway line, their press is triggered, and once they press us, we either hoof the ball or we cannot play through the lines. No line breaking passes so far from Iwobi today. Only one shot from Lookman. That's our only shot this half, and that was a long range shot. We are not playing our football today, and I think the main reason is indeed, unfortunately. Genuinely, I thought Onyedika will be able to do more, and I believe that when he goes to the dressing room and come out, he'll do better, because he needs to win more defensive duels. He needs to do more defensively than offensively. I know he has some of his best traits on the ball, but he needs to do more and do less on the ball. Sometimes the time he wasted on the ball cost us some errors leading to goal opportunities for Morocco. 2 of them like that. Just him dwelling on the ball for too long led to Morocco having a shot directly. And this referee, take your time, Mo. Let your decisions be fairly equal. Let everything be 50-50, because I'm seeing some things I don't like. Bassi now has gotten a yellow card. He will miss the final no matter what, whether we make it or not. So in that second half, we need to win those duels more. Those 50-50s, we need to win them more in the midfield. I told you people before this match that the midfield is where we win or lose this game. So please, that midfield, we need to do more. Yes, we're missing the but Onyedika, you can step up. You have the talent. Osimhen is barely getting the ball. Akko Adams, Lookman, all of them have been stabbed. That is because the midfield battle, they are winning it so far. And that's because they are more bold, they are more courageous. I expect more from us in the second half. A team that has been this good in tournaments cannot just become bad overnight. Please. Everybody, please step up, especially winning those duels. Win more duels in the midfield, and then we'll win this game, for sure. Oh God, Nigeria, every time, heartbreak, pain. Is that the only emotion we're meant to feel as Nigerians? Pain, heartbreak. Anytime you have small hope in this country for something, you just end in pain. Every time. Same thing happened at the World Cup playoffs. Penalty shootout, heartbreak. Today, God. I've been playing the best football I've seen us play in like 20 years. And it ends like this. They did not play today. I don't know how CAF set that useless rule that a player will get yellow card in knockout stages and you still count it and count him out of a game. You couldn't do anything in the midfield. Chukwueze, play a penalty like a serious human being. Which kind of nonchalant penalty is that? God. Cannot believe this again, same way, again. Don't we deserve happiness, man? Like, for how many years we've been suffering so close? We get to final, get to semi-final, they always knock us out. 2019, knocked us out in a painful way. The following year, Tunisia. Hey, God. How much pain can one person take? We not go for the World Cup. We're out of AFCON. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I don't even know what to say, man. Like, This one don't pass everywhere. Go first blow. I cannot even see straight. I cannot think straight. All the hard work, everything we put into this thing, all down the drain. God, where did all the good football go to today? Only the guy expected more from you. I don't want to point fingers at anybody, but man, the football was poor. The midfield was poor. Everything was poor. God, oh, God. And this referee, I hope you're happy. Oh. CAF, I hope you're happy. You have gotten what you wanted to achieve today. I hope you are very happy. You gave us a Ghanaian referee. I don't know how NFF stood for this. Last game, I think they gave Algeria a referee that did not agree with. They complained and they changed him. Why didn't you complain? I think that he came out giving a statement that he's okay with it. Are we a serious federation? No matter what this guy had done today, there was no way anybody would have been happy. Look at some of the calls. Any 50-50 that is there, it goes in Morocco's favor. Morocco didn't get any yellow card in 120 minutes. No yellow cards. Ezla Zui, he fouled Osai, then kicked the ball away. No yellow card. Many incidents like that were there. No yellow card. No, that yellow card changes a game. To all those people trying to gaslight me that the referee was fair, the referee did not do anything. What are you trying to say? It's not until he makes a major decision in the other person's favor. These little decisions that make the players want to hesitate in any 50-50. You think they don't impact the game? We have built our whole success on winning 50-50s, dominating teams, recycling possession. We couldn't do anything today. Nothing. Osimhen was Akko Adams, Lookman, none of them could get ball today. Iwobi. Nigeria, do we even plan for penalty shootouts? Do we even prepare for these penalty shootouts? Because the same mistake we made in the World Cup playoffs, we have made it again today. We are playing against the host nation in a semi-final. A penalty shootout is a very high probability. How do we prepare for it? I know players usually miss so, but see that nonsense that Chukwueze did when he was blowing bubble gum and being nonchalant in his step up, it was very, very annoying. Secondly, why is Onyemaechi taking a penalty? When Iwobi is still there, Lookman is still there, Moses Simon is still there, all of them have not taken a penalty. How is it possible that these guys, Onyemaechi, a left back, who had an amazing game, who I'm not going to say anything negative about, is taking a penalty before him? When you know that a keeper like Yasin Bono, you knew all these details before the match, one of the best penalty savers in the world is going to be the goalkeeper. What is the preparation? What is the planning? I want to believe Osimhen was injured and has to be taken off. That is what I want to believe. Unless you have to still explain to us why our best penalty taker and our supposed, like, at least our penalty taker is being taken off. It makes no sense. Chukwueze, I can understand you giving him a penalty, but Iwobi, why is he not there? What's his name? Moses Simon, captain. Moses Simon, captain. Why is he not there? Lookman, maybe you wanted Lookman to be the first penalty taker. I don't know. But why is he not there? Look at what Hakimi did. Their penalty taker, I think he's their best penalty taker. He's very good at penalties. He stepped up immediately, saw that Morocco has an advantage. Nwabali saved the penalty. Before you know, Chukwueze wasted it. And as soon as I saw Onyemaechi going forward to take a penalty, I knew it was over. Same thing we did at the World Cup playoffs. Calvin Bassey, a left-footed centre-back, is coming to take your first penalty. How does that make sense? As a midfielder, as a striker, scoring is your bread and butter. So why are we preparing for this penalty shootout? I want to know.
Why can't we just win something in this country? See, just one thing. Just win one thing in your life. Nigeria, just one, please. Must we be failures in every ramification in both the economy, even in football now? What type of see, when that match went to penalties, I knew it was over, honestly speaking. When it went to extra time, when it went to extra time penalty, anything that carried Nigeria to extra time penalty, especially penalty, you know it's a waste of time. What's the point of watching penalty? We already know the outcome. Look at Chukwueze, out there chewing gum. He's trying to show that his confidence. He's there chewing gum. The human being, he didn't even play that ball with shot safe. He just like, oh, see, nothing pay me past that Chukwueze penalty. I don't mean to single anybody else, but it's that chewing gum that is even vexing me. Trying to form nonchalance. You chew chewing gum, go play nonsense. Why can't we just win something in this country? Like, how can you be supporting Manchester United and Nigeria? Which kind of life? What kind of life am I living? I need to start a new life somewhere else. I beg. This is just too much. Hi. Nigeria is just semi-final FC. We are just final. In fact, sometimes we'll get to the final. We will go to semi-final and final. We will never see the promised land. We can never enter that promised land. We'll just go there. And it's like view once. We just like view once. We'll go, we'll see. We'll never enter. Semi-final FC, final FC. Win trophy, no. We'll go to final and come back empty-handed. We'll go to semi-final and get knocked out. Till next AFCON now, Shebi is 2 years now. We'll go for another. We'll reach semi-final again. You see that AFCON for 2026, I'll be 2027. We're already in the semi-final. We'll get knocked out. Only God knows who's going to. Maybe he's Ivory.
Because Nigeria go punish all of una. If Osimhen not play, una no fit play. If Osimhen not play, Nigeria no fit play anything. See, he won't be they carry yash. They carry yash like say he do PPF for feed.
Why do everybody hate me? What did I do to you guys? We are brothers. We are like family. I don't know why you guys are hating on me. Is it because I'm the giant of Africa? I never did anything. I've never ever said anything bad about you guys. All I did was show love and passion, especially to you, Ghana. I supported you during the World Cup. You're making fun of me. What did I do to you? I've never done anything to anybody.
My friend, shut up your mouth. You made fun of every single one of us, and we are happy that you lost.
So you don't want to see me succeeding?
It's not like we don't want to see you succeeding. You dragged us from the beginning to the end. You dragged Ghana, South Africa, Angola, and Cameroon. You said you're eating Ghana jollof made with Cameroonian pepper and Angola's bushmeat, listening to Amapiano. You forgot? You forgot what you did? Huh? You forgot, and you're here talking about some giant of Africa. You are not. How are you a giant, but you don't even have light back home? How are you going to celebrate this cup if you don't even have electricity? And you're here playing the victim. Shut up before I get mad. If you say Pim, I'll slap you. How did you support Ghana? You drag Ghana since they got knocked out.
Nigeria! Super Eagles! Wetin dey happen? Wetin dey shele? We want. God, I beg. Why they bomb me for this country? We're not good for anything again. We're not good. Even the football that we're managing. We are not playing well again. Wait, I want to ask a question. Why are we even in the playoff in the first place? Is it not our mate that is already qualified? Are we not the same people with Morocco? What of Senegal? Why are we even in the playoff? We have players everywhere. We have players in Europe. But we can't qualify. We have to play playoff. And we are still collecting woto. Oh God, I beg. I don't want to be a Nigerian there. The pain is too much. Samuel Chukwueze, which kind PK be this? Which kind PK be this? You don't start match where they put you for this PK. You can't play nonsense. Maybe you shoot ball where you go pass up to keeper. Samuel Chukwueze. Which kind of rubbish be this kind of thing? Now go bath naked for Coastal Road tomorrow. Which kind of rubbish be this kind of thing now?
Guys, I can't see this Ghana referee, This Ghana referee, You should go and check this Ghana referee bank accounts. How was this a yellow? How was this a yellow card? There was no way Brahim Diaz was getting to that ball before Bassi. How was that a yellow card? There was no way Brahim Diaz was getting to that ball before Bassi. This Ghana ref is a useless ref. He's a useless ref. Imagine. How are you going to give Bassi yellow card? Yellow card. When we know Bassi is ahead of that ball before Brahim Diaz. Make it make sense. The officiating in this first half have been horrible. Horrible. Damn.
no feel real. Bro, hold on.